Hello and welcome back to All Things Christian Rock. We're doing another new segment today. It's been a few months since I've done one. Whenever I do these, I really just talk about upcoming releases from the time of the filming of the video. If you want consistent updates as to what's currently out and what's new, really make sure to be following All Things Christian Rock on Facebook because I share stuff on there basically every day. And then there's also a handful of All Things Christian Rock Spotify playlists that are updated as soon as the stuff drops, and you can find links to all that stuff in the description of this video. Another quick comment about those Spotify playlists is that obviously Christmas is tomorrow, and I have been adding a bunch of Christmas songs to that playlist, but that does not disrupt the top 50 songs that normally make up the playlist. And then when the Christmas season has passed, so probably January 1st, I'll go ahead and remove all those Christmas songs, but a lot of them are pretty good, so make sure you're checking those out as well. I should also point out that the last few years I have done the All Things Christian Rock Music Awards, and I will not be doing that this year. The first year I did it, I don't remember what year it was a Facebook only thing. There was no video content over it, which was really cool. I got a lot of engagement out of it, and a lot of new people found the Facebook page because of it, but it wasn't like a really cool formal anything. Then the next year I did it, I did this huge elaborate thing that was kind of supposed to lay out like a low-key Grammys kind of thing, and I spent hours and hours editing it, and it got about 60 views before it was removed from Facebook due to copyright claims. So then, to avoid copyright claims, last year's video was just me driving in my car talking about the results, and that just wasn't elaborate enough. And so I just don't have a good middle ground to both avoid copyrights and make some really cool content. And so if you guys have recommendations on how we should go about doing this in maybe 2021, let me know. However, I should go ahead and mention that to kind of help make up for that, one of those Spotify playlists is the top songs of 2020. So check that out. I have tons of content I want to be making as far as YouTube, both on this channel and my personal channel. Link to that as well in the description. Doing a lot of stuff over there lately. So again, sorry that I go so long in between videos sometimes. I do have a handful of videos that I filmed a couple months ago that I haven't got around to finish editing, so hopefully you will start seeing those in the near future. I'm gonna go ahead and start the news off with something that one of the videos is based around. One of those videos I recorded a few months ago and haven't finished editing was me ranking all 10 of Demon Hunter's albums from my personal favorite and least favorite. Demon Hunter have announced they're gonna have an acoustic album called Songs of Death and Resurrection. They kind of co-announced it alongside their acoustic live stream concert that they had recently. It's mostly just acoustic covers of already existing songs. However, there's one new song called Praise the Void, which anyone who watched the live stream got to hear it for the first time. The version that was portrayed was very beautiful. It was just Ryan singing and then piano accompaniment, and that was it. However, they have said that it is actually a full song that is for a future Demon Hunter album. They just thought it was cool to introduce at least one new song into their acoustic set. Songs of Death and Resurrection will be dropping in March of next year on Solid State Records. Pre-orders for that are up. There is a cool box set that I personally had to get my hands on, and you can find all this information and more if you are a member of their membership, The Blessed Resistance, which is $10 a month, and tons of really awesome Demon Hunter content. You need to be on there if you like Demon Hunter. I did mention just a second ago that I try to mostly talk about upcoming stuff, but a couple recent releases that I think are worth highlighting. Evoke by Unseen Faith came out last month, and it blew me away. It's a great blend of kind of what we expect from modern metalcore, but it also has a serious, dark kind of deathcore twist to it. They're a smaller, up-and-coming band out of Europe. 10 out of 10 production. A lot of these songs are on my constant rotation. You need to be listening to this album. If your heart has been aching for some new deathcore, check it out. Along with the deathcore aspect, kind of more around Halloween, so a couple weeks before that, a little personal plug, my Christian deathcore band Tundra dropped our new EP Eternal, which is kind of a Halloween theme. Please check that out if you'd like. We had a lot of fun making it, and we're really proud with how it turned out. And then Diamonds to Death also released a new EP, I believe just a little bit afterwards, and it's a little more melodic, not quite as heavy, but still got a little bit of that deathcore grit. Something I'm personally really excited for is Love and Death are finally making a new album. Perfectly Preserved comes out February 12th. They have a new single for it called Down, and it really lays the foundation for what is potentially going to be a really freaking awesome album. Of course, Brian Head Welch and JR are returning. We also have Isaiah Perez, who previously of Righteous Vendetta, and also drums for Phineas. He is filling in on drums on this album. And then we have Jason Roche, ex-primary songwriter for Red, currently lead guitarist of Breaking Benjamin. He is filling in on bass on this album and also did a lot of the co-writing. And then there's also going to be a couple guest vocalists on the album. I believe Ryan Hayes of Righteous Vendetta and Lacey Sturm are on the list somewhere. Fallstar are returning to Face Down Records. They have an album called Sunbreather coming out. I believe that is also coming out in February of next year. They have, I believe, 3 singles out now, all of which are killer. I'm especially a sucker for their guitar tones. And they're kind of like in this weird in-between of rock and metal, which I personally am a huge fan of, which is another reason that I'm really excited for the Love and Death, is it's kind of in that dark in-between area. And obviously I can't get to everything in one video. I try to keep these around 5-10 minutes, partially for my personal sanity. So again, if there's anything that I didn't quite get to in this video, make sure to comment below, but also check it out on Facebook or the Spotify pages, because I'm probably going over it there. I just wanted to use this video as a chance to highlight some of the bigger things that I'm really excited about, and I think a lot of you are going to be excited about. So hopefully going to be pumping out a handful of more videos between now and the end of the year, which I can't believe is already only a week away. 2020 has definitely been a weird year, but it's been a pretty decent year for music. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and then comment below what are some of your favorite songs and albums that have come out this year, and I will see you guys in the next video.